Okay, I think it's good. Okay, this video I want to talk about my experience as a developer in Finland. Actually, I want to answer this question that how's it like to be a mid-level developer in Finland? So yeah, this video is about this, and let me give you an update about my situation with this channel. Actually, well, at this point I'm working on my course. It's an amazing course. I will talk about it later in other videos soon, but for now let's talk about this topic. Okay, so I have a notebook, some titles here, just to make sure that I don't miss anything important. So first of all, the daily job, and let's talk about the flexibility and this sort of stuff. Well, you can have the normal time hours. You can go to the work starting from 8 a.m. to 4 or 5 a.m. to 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. So basically you need to fill 7.5 hours, and you can have half-hour lunch, together 8 hours. But when you mark down your estimations, your work hours, you need to have 7 hours and a half. That's the first thing. I think it's normal around the world, but you have the flexibility to choose your time. You can work at nights, you can work whenever you want. It doesn't matter. One day you can work 4 hours, next day work 10 hours. At the end of the month, what is really important is that you just need to have the average time working on your projects. So I think it's pretty similar all around the world, so it doesn't matter at all. About the pressure, well, the good thing about Finland is that people are really calm. They don't want to compete that much. They want to work, earn some money, and then spend it well, and try to have fun with that money. They don't expect to get a lot of money. So on the other hand, the expectation from employers is not that high. So everything is in a balance. Work life and the normal life, everything together are in a balance. So you don't need to be worried about your job and about your deadlines. Usually customers and clients have the same feeling. They don't care about deadline that much. Well, from company to company it can be different. Of course it's different. I mean, for instance, if you work in a startup company, well, things are more critical. You need to be agile, you need to be faster, you need to work harder. Well, on the other hand, they give you more money, that's for sure. But in average, for the most of the companies, and for mature companies especially, well, you don't have to work that much. The pressure is low nobody tells you no, keep doing that over and over. Just they tell you once a week, do something, and then they just give it to you. Go do it, and again, then come back, give us a report. And that's a good thing about working in Finland, especially as a developer. You don't have that much pressure on you. Okay, I'm sitting in my balcony here. Let me give you a view. What else do we have here? So, well, it comes with a price, being under no pressure or low pressure. Is that, well, the average income is not. Let me fix this. I think it's better. I'm checking myself inside a mirror over the glass. Well, yeah. Well, the prices that actually you have when the pressure is low. Well, obviously the average income is lower than the average income in countries like USA or Canada. And I think this is true for all the European countries, Germany, Netherlands, Denmark. I think more or less pretty much all of them are similar in the matter of money. But most of them are lower than the average we have in Finland, because the minimum salaries higher in general is higher in Finland in comparison to most of the European countries. So as the rent and food and other stuff. But what I'm trying to tell you is that if you want to earn a huge amount of money, so probably it's not the best place for you. But if you want to have a normal life, normal income, and want to enjoy your life, you want to spend it well and just have fun, well, it's a great place. But it's not like, Silicon Valley that everybody's trying to compete and earn more money, and you quit from this company and go to another company to earn more money. It's not like this, and to be honest, there isn't that much competition here. But let me give you a rough idea about the income. Maybe it's better to talk about numbers. So I can say that the average is around let's say 4,000 euros per month, I believe, as a mid-level developer. If you want to work here, it's before tax. After tax, you need to pay around 30% for tax. So it's not that huge amount of money, but it's good enough. Maybe if you accumulate your money, if you invest your money, or just save your money, don't do anything with that. Paying your rent and for food, and you can save a little bit, and after maybe 2 or 3 years you can have a decent amount of money to get a loan for buying a house and buying a car. So with loan you can do that, but without getting a loan after 2 years, there's no chance to get a house with working as a developer here. I think at tops you can get around, maybe as a senior developer in a good company, startup company, or a famous company, maybe you can get around 7,000 euros, something like that. But it depends, it can be more or less than this. But you know, the funny point is that it doesn't really matter if you earn 5,000 euros or 7,000 euros. Well, after reducing 30% tax, the difference is not that much. The difference is not really great, and it doesn't have really a big effect on your life at the end. Maybe you can, you know, have an extra trip per year with that extra money. So that's all. You can't have, you know, a bigger house, or you can have, you know, a more luxury car with that amount of difference between the mid-level or senior developer. But this range is completely different in countries like USA. The minimum and the maximum could be hugely different, and then that's a, you know, good thing about countries like America, that well, there is no guideline for salaries, and you can ask as much as you want. It depends on the company and depends on your skills, and depends on you know, the leverage you have. But let me see here. Okay, so let's see. So no luxury life that much in average. I'm talking about this average. So it's pretty much like this. I have a friend working in a Nokia company in Tampere. Well, the original Nokia is here in Tampere, based in Tampere. So, well, I think he gets the maximum salary, but well, it's not that much again. Well, you can have a good life, but you can't have a luxury car driving around with that. So let's see what we have. I'm not used to this kind of video, so trying to and I don't want to, you know, I want to make it really comfortable with you when I want to talk. So I have just some headlines, and I'm trying to make up my mind at the same time when I talk to you. So, about the job opportunities, should say that, well, there is enough job here. Well, if you are a good developer or programmer, if you have enough experience, if you have enough skills, you can find a good job really fast. And actually, I found I don't say that I'm a really good developer. I'm sort of, you know, mid to senior developer. It depends on the company. You know, these titles, you know, when you start working in a new company, there is a low chance that you get the same title as before. And if you're working at a company right now with senior title, there's a chance that you change your company and you start working from a mid-level developer, because companies usually have their own grading system, and they want to, you know, you earn that, so they don't give it to you right away unless you go there as a senior developer. So I used to be senior developer, now I'm mid-level. Maybe in 6 months I get the senior title, but it doesn't matter. Well, it's not really big deal. I'm already a team lead and tech lead, so these are just some titles. What I wanted to tell you is that, well, I managed to find this job, my current job, 1 year ago in 1 month, which was really difficult because it was July and people were in holidays. So during that time, it's really difficult to find a job but I sent around 100 applications, more than that. To 70% was for Finland, and the rest was the rest of European countries, because I was desperately looking for a job that time. But I got 20 interviews, more than 20, I think. In 1 week, every day I had 2 interviews per day or more for 1 week. It was a strange time. But yeah, my point is that if you have the experience, you can find it easily, and there are a lot of opportunities for all sorts of languages. It doesn't matter. Well, here at this company, I usually PHP and JavaScript, but well, you can find all sorts of languages, companies with all sorts of languages in stacks. So the language is not really important. You need to know the basics. You need to grasp the core idea, the concept of software engineering, software development, and programming, and this sort of stuff. That the language is at the second level. How much I spent? Let me check this. Well, 16 minutes, not bad. I'll get back to you with about the average. I was telling you that the average was around 4,000 euros, and it could go up to like 7,000 euros. Well, I've seen people who have 10,000 euros as the monthly salary. So, well, it's possible to have more, but I'm talking about the average and the common thing. And the minimum could start, as a trainee or as a junior, it could start from maybe 3,000 euros. Is it good enough? Well, in total, with the pressure we have, no pressure at all, and with the everything in total, I can say that it's good to be a developer in countries like Finland. You can enjoy both. People work hard to spend their money in somewhere beautiful. And good point here is that we are already in a place beautiful and also calm, with a lot of activities, a lot of hobbies to have. So I think that's enough for this video. Please ask me if you have any questions. I try to answer those questions, and I want to talk about my course I'm working on in some other videos. And until then, I have a lot of plans for this channel. I want to create some new videos, but until then, I just want to talk about different things related to, technical things about being a developer and these sort of things. It's not exactly technical videos, but they're all related. I think it's good that we share this sort of experience with each other. It's not always about coding and coding. It's also about some basic things we need to understand before we step into my programming area and world. Okay, thank you guys for watching this, and I hope you enjoy this, and I hope you like this sort of videos. It's not scripted. I just start talking, and I have some ideas. I know what I'm gonna talk about, but there's no script that I can read from that. So it's like a conversation and a lot of thinking going on. But yeah, thank you. Have fun.